So, surprisingly, it is once again Tuesday. And also, surprisingly, it is my birthday. I was slightly surprised by this. I'm not very good with keeping track of time. So, in the interest of that, salut. We're talking about gender roles this week. And that's something that I'm very passionate about, and I'm going to try to keep this video under 10 minutes because I can go on and on and on about this. When I was growing up, I was told that there was no reason for me to have a higher education because women don't need it, because women are... The only thing that women need to concern themselves with is bearing children and raising them. When I left home, I was kind of surprised to find out that the average cultural opinion of women isn't that far off from that. Except for a couple years stint of trying to do customer service type jobs, I've worked in men's fields. I've been a professional cook. I've run a kitchen. I've worked construction. I've worked security. All of which are traditionally men's roles. And, you know, when I had my first kitchen job and I suddenly became the kitchen manager because it was either that or let the owner's current drug dealer run the kitchen. The only way the other kitchen managers in the area that I was working in respected me was after I got my brand. I have a brand on my back and between my shoulder blades. It's a Celtic knot yin yang. And it's about yay big. And they didn't respect me for my skill. They didn't respect me for my ability to step in, not having any professional skill, only home skill. They didn't respect me for the ability to run a kitchen and run people and manage it properly with hardly any training. They respected me for my ability to handle pain and deal with it. Because that's what men do. When I was working construction, it was the same thing. When I was working security, I managed to luck out with a really good security manager, and yeah, security is not necessarily the best fit for me, but he treated me fairly decently compared to a lot of people that I've heard, other women that work security. I struggle a lot living in the South. The last 4.5 years of my life, I've lived in the South because that's where the Badger has been stationed. First in Georgia and now in Tennessee. And I keep running into this mindset of, well, as long as your husband's okay with it, honey. And I'm sitting here going, what does my husband's opinion have to do with anything? And the funny thing about it is the most common thing that I hear that in regards to is my hair. I've been refused jobs because of my hair. Despite the fact that the jobs that I apply for, I would be wearing a hat. It would all be covered up. That's my work hat. I wear it a lot because I really like it, but this is my work hat. And people tell me I don't look professional enough to cook on the line. To stand back there in 110 degrees and grill and get the shit burned out of my arms, they say I'm not fucking professional enough. 'Cause I'm a woman with purple hair. Fuck gender roles. If I want to do something and my body is capable of doing it, whether it's a hobby or a job or anything else, who are you or anyone to say I can't do it? If I'm doing something to my body, whether it's tattoos, whether it's the dye on my hair, whether it's the piercings in my ears, if it's not affecting my job and my professional performance, who the fuck are you to say anything about it? I'm hitting the 6-minute mark, over 6-minute mark now. Like I said, I can rant about this all day long. The whole thing is fucking bullshit. And I'm not even going to get into the whole sexual aspect of it, where a woman has to be a woman and a woman has to be straight or lesbian where a guy can watch. Fuck all that. Tell us what you think in the comments. What do you think about the gender roles? What do you think about the discrimination against people who don't fit into the tightly knit packages that society hands us? And thank you for putting up with our language this week. It's a bit of a touchy subject.